Hello dear colonists, I hope you're all doing well. One thing that's been highly requested on this channel under the category of Rimworld content is edited Rimworld gameplay. Now at first I was a bit unsure whether I will make this kind of content or not, but a lot of you seemed really interested in it, so I decided to give it a go. Full disclaimer before we keep going, it should be obvious by this point, but almost every video that I've posted on the channel so far was essentially just me reading off of a script that I will write earlier in order to, have my ideas put in order. For this video, I didn't do that because obviously it's just gameplay. It contains my live reactions to anything happening, and you will definitely notice a lot of awkward commentary since all of it is done in sort of an unscripted and improvised way, which I don't have a lot of experience on. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoy it. If you do end up liking it, I could turn this into a series. Just let me know your thoughts down in the comments. The idea for this colony was to have everyone addicted on Luciferium. The main rule of this run is the following: any colonist that we get to join must be on Luciferium, including our starting colonists. For the purpose of this run, I used the Prepare Carefully mod to start with 30 Luciferium and a Luciferium addiction, enough to last each of our 3 colonists for an entire year while we try to scavenge more. Also, since I find it to be fitting for this playthrough, we are going to use Ushanka's Luciferium Expanded, a mod that allows us to research and create collectors that in time, with enough resources, will allow us to create our own Luciferium. Spoilers ahead, well, this sounds simple, it isn't. Ushanka has managed to balance the mod pretty well, and producing enough Luciferium to keep even a singular pawn alive is going to require around 6 collectors and many resources, so the idea of keeping an entire colony on Luciferium might become impossible down the road, which is why when recruiting new colonists, we are going to focus on quality over quantity. Fitting for the theme of this playthrough, I also made a custom ideology for our colony, focused around the worship of a mechanical red ancient god, with the members of our ideology essentially becoming cultists believing that Luciferium is a gift. I suppose we'll see how well that goes. And now, enough with the introduction, let's get into the game. Alright, so this is the map that we're starting on. Looks fine, I suppose. A bit odd. I don't think I've ever had like a map with this kind of geology so far. Got like a nice road right here, soil, water, and the rest is just like this rough granite terrain. I gotta say, it does look pretty interesting. We do have an ancient danger right here. Do we have another one maybe? Oh yeah, we have one ancient danger. That's it. Alright, I'd say that is good enough. Okay, we have all of our stuff here. Excepting, oh, never mind, there it is, the Luciferium, the whole core of this run. Obviously, the first thing that we are gonna do at the beginning of this run, we're gonna set everyone to keep in their inventory at least 2 Luciferium pills, for, obvious reasons. So since we have a total of 30 pills, those should last on 3 colonists, those should last us for an entire year. That if within a year we end up not recruiting anyone, because if we end up recruiting someone, we also have to get them hooked on Luciferium, and that's gonna down our resources of Luciferium even more. So our first priority is going to be to get more Luciferium, hopefully to last us for 2 or 3 years, and then as soon as possible to start the research in the whole Luciferium expansion tree. Also, this looks like a nice spot. I will definitely build some walls around this area and then continue, and here we could have like a little garden. First order of things is gonna have to be to clear out this ancient danger so that we can actually access the internal structure. And maybe we're gonna be lucky and we're gonna find even more Luciferium inside of it. Morrison is decent at shooting, she's gonna get the revolver. Tony, she has, I think, our best meal, she's gonna get the knife. And Diaz has the best shooting, so she's gonna get the bolt rifle. I'm gonna give all of our armor to Tony. Since she's our melee fighter, she's basically gonna be our frontliner most of the time. I think we might have already ran out of wood to finish the structure. Hey, wood is definitely gonna be a rare commodity in the desert. That's for sure, because I don't see any trees going around. I mean, there is a cactus, but I don't think it's gonna provide much in terms of wood. Alright, let's hope that this is enough for what we need to do. Now, It all depends on what kind of enemies we're gonna find inside of here. I guess we got lucky. It's just like a couple spellopedes, mega scarabs. That shouldn't be too hard to take care of. Ah, goddammit. We triggered the crypto slip caskets. Oh, these guys are out. Well, mega scarabs don't seem to be paying too much attention to us. These guys are decimating the spellopede, for sure. Oh, they're actually fighting against each other. Alright, good sir. You can leave. But I would like to put this guy down before he destroys literally every single big piece of loot that we have here. Okay, we should probably claim this as a home area, extinguish all of the fire, and get our hands on all of this sweet, sweet loot. I think I'm gonna refrain from actually recruiting anyone this early. At least not until we get even more Luciferium. So I think we're just gonna carry all of these guys back to the crypto sleep caskets. There we go. Go back to sleep for like a few more years. I'll wake you up later when I need organs or something like that. Alright, all in all, this wasn't too bad. We definitely got a lot of good loot. Let's see what's in the hermetic crate. If it's some Luciferium, then I'm gonna be really happy. Oh, perfect! Well, there we go. That should be enough to suffice us for a bit more. Alright, now on to making plans to convert this into an actual livable home. Luckily for us, there is plenty of structures that we can get some starting building materials off from. Seems like human meat is back on the menu, boys! Chunks of a spacecraft have impacted nearby. Oh, that is just free resources for us. Is this mega scarab just stealing our food? Can't have that happen. Oh, imagine my disappointment when I was so happy that we got an SMG and a chain shotgun, but they're both bio-coded. That sucks. At least the incinerator isn't, so I guess we got that going. Just gonna have Tony kill this mega scarab before it starts stealing more of our food. We honestly cannot have that. Oh, looks like we have a trader. Let's see what this guy has to offer. Nothing of too much interest, except some pemmican, which I think we're gonna get, because it's definitely gonna help us. Actually, Scarlet Empire sounds a little bit better. The Scarlet Empire, I like the sound of that. Well, we just got drop potted a lot of rice. I will say this is pretty fortunate. It's time to start building some walls. This is actually starting to look cozy already. Well, looks like we are getting our first raid. And it's just one guy with an axe. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. Looks like meat is gonna once again be back on the menu. It's your unlucky day, pal. You picked the worst colony to raid. One issue that we're gonna confront ourselves with is the evident lack of wood. And we are gonna need it, because no wood means we can't even make some decent beds. Well, I say it's time we have a research bench, so we can actually start researching tree sowing. Never thought I would say this, but yeah, here we go. We actually need to plant trees. Yo, this ostrich just came in and ate our human meat simple meal. Look, look. I didn't really want to do this. I do like big birds, but, you know, the law is the law. I'll just have to, like, you know, take the simple meal back from its source. I'll just, yeah, that's good, that's good. We're just gonna take it back from the source, alright? No hard feelings. There is no way that our colonists are not gonna get food poisoning from this cooking environment. Alright, the tree research is finished. Guess we can start planting some trees in perhaps the only spot in the map where we can even plant anything at this point. Oh, none of our colonists have enough in skill for the tree. That sucks. Well, I guess that research was a big waste of time. We'll have to opt for the classic fiber corn. All the gazelles just decided to come to us, so we don't have to bother going for it. Gazelle just came in and went for our food. I mean, they keep coming towards us. I'm okay with that. This is just food that we're getting for no effort. I'm more interested in the leather though. So we're gonna go for a human leather bedroll, because we do need more comfortable places to sleep, and 2 regular plain leather bedrolls. The gazelle just keep coming here. I think it's because on the entire map this is the only place that has some food. There's like the rice plants here, the meals, and that's it. I think there's literally nothing else that is edible on this entire map. So all of the animals are eventually just going to come towards our base in time. I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, I'll be honest. I know that is a legitimate strategy in Rimworld during the winter to just leave beer bottles outside of your base. And since there is nothing to eat during winter for animals, they will just consume the beer. And then they will just pass out from alcohol poisoning, and that's it. You get to hunt animals without actually having to hunt animals. Oh, this gazelle is definitely cooked. It is so cooked. Oh, and the blood splatter animation mod is really funny. I really like it. Just exploded. We're gonna have Morrison sleep in the human leather bedroll. I mean, she's a cannibal, so I assume is the most fitting. Oh, we are getting raided again. And I'm pretty sure I saw this guy, yeah. I was pretty sure I saw this guy use some go juice. But hey, again, this is just free meat for us, once again. Go my trusted Luciferium addicted soldiers. Do not disappoint me. Do not disappoint me. You can definitely do it. There you go. Human meat is back on the menu, boys. You know, one good thing about having your entire colony addicted to Luciferium is that you don't really have to worry about stars anymore. Like, they will eventually just go away by themselves. The bad thing about having your entire colony addicted on Luciferium is that we're starting to run out on Luciferium, slowly but steadily. So I think on average a colonist needs 10 Luciferium a year in order to stay alive. Which means that we have to find at the very least 30 Luciferium every year if we want to guarantee just these 3 of our pawns to remain alive. And it's going to become a harder and harder task every time we recruit someone new. So we'll actually have to be very careful and make sure that whoever we recruit is going to be worth it. I mean, worst case scenario, we can just toss one of our colonists inside an ancient crypto sleep casket, but where's the fun in that, you know? Cult escapee, a mangled figure is approaching the colony. He wants to talk. You can listen to what he has to say. Yo! Abilities, Psychic Slaughter. Oh man, I kinda don't want to antagonize someone who has a Psychic Slaughter ability. I mean, this is just a creep joiner, but I'm gonna be honest, the stats are not that great. And I really don't want to deal with the kind of BS that creep joiners bring. Not now, and again, I won't want to get him addicted to Luciferium as well, so yeah, I think I'm good, pal. I think you can just stand out there in the rain. We'll just ignore you. The gazelles just keep coming and coming, huh? Alright, now that we have bad rolls, I will say that our sleeping conditions have been improved. Not too much, but ever so slightly. At least they won't be sleeping on the ground anymore. The following visitors feel ignored and are becoming increasingly upset. Select the colonist and right-click on the visitor. Act quickly, they don't like being ignored. Oh, we actually have to deal with that guy. I don't want to deal with someone that has a Psychic Slaughter, but it's like we'll have to. Right, Morrison, you talk to him. Actually, no, Tony, you do it, because you're closer with the knife. The mangled stranger stares at you with empty eyes and speaks in a broken voice. He claims to have escaped from a terrible cult and begs to join your colony. Yeah, I don't think I will. Oh, he became hostile. Well, that is probably not a good thing. Look, as long as he doesn't use... There we go. As long as he didn't use his Psychic Slaughter ability to just destroy one of our colonists, I'm completely okay with it. We're just gonna finish him off right here. And I'm gonna be honest, we are not gonna bother with him or his meals. Because for all I know, he could be carrying a Malhor infestation. Now, I don't know if that transfers the moment you eat someone who is infested with a Malhor, but I will assume it does. And whether even the meals will be infested or not, I don't think they will be, but I'm not taking any chances. Alright, our rice has completely grown, but I'm gonna wait a bit before we actually start harvesting it. At least until the food we currently have is consumed or expires. Oh, this gazelle is turbo rotten. Like, burning, we cannot burn it. That sucks. Actually, I do think there is one way that we could burn it. We do have a perfectly good incinerator here, after all. I'm not sure how efficient this is gonna be in the rain, and maybe it's a dumb idea to do it so close to the base, but as long as it works. Well, it seems to be slightly working. I just don't want a rotting gazelle outside of my base, you know? Come on, just a couple more spews. There you go. Simple problems require simple solutions. You know, in hindsight, I could have just carried the gazelle's corpse and dropped it literally anywhere else outside of my base, but no, let's be honest, where's the fun in that? Which, you know, kind of makes me think. I think I'm gonna sleep much better at night if I just burn this body alive. Or, well, perhaps alive was not the best choice of words in this context. Well, another raid, and this time is just a lonely waster with a steel knife. You know what, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna have him burned alive. If I can actually aim this thing properly. There we go. Okay, the incinerator is actually a really good weapon, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta preserve the meat. This is just perfectly good meat. I'm not just gonna give up on that. Perfectly good human leather as well. Now, Smokecliff has been introduced to the colony, which means that we are going to have to manually limit the usage of Smokecliff before any of our colonists end up abusing it and getting completely addicted. I'd say we already have enough with the Luciferium addiction. Even more addictions will probably make this run even more painful than it needs to be. I think it's time that we start working on a small but functional outdoor kitchen and a walk-in freezer, just so that all of our food won't go to waste. Because I'm starting to realize that less and less animals are wandering in the area, so that might become a problem. A mad iguana. Looks like iguana meat is back on the menu. Ah, look at this. A cannibal cult, relaxing, with a classic game of horseshoe pin. Ah, truly one of the most beautiful natural sights on any Rimworld. Okay, someone has gotten food poisoning from a dirty cooking area. I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised that it took this long to get a food poisoning given the conditions of this place. Best available, worker outsourcing. They're requesting one colonist for 7 days, and in exchange we can get goodwill, honor, or cork. Okay, what's the deal with cork? Cork. These are some pretty bad stats. Yeah, no, I don't think I will. For this playthrough, I'm actually considering antagonizing the Empire, so I will have no use for goodwill or honor either. You know, I just realized that I didn't take into consideration a really important notion. So, the fuel generator requires chem fuel in order to work. And the chem fuel I am gonna get from the biofuel refinery. But the biofuel refinery requires power in order to produce chem fuel, which is going to be required for the small fuel generator to produce power so that the biofuel refinery can work. So, yeah, I just realized that. Now, I'm not a big fan of wind turbines, pun not intended, because I find them terribly inefficient considering how much space they need to even work to begin with, but I don't really see any other option for this scenario. Also, you know, I just realized, I know it sounds weird to say, but is the wind turbine literally the only 3D model in the game? Look at how the fan kind of spins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. After how much? 15 days, we now have a freezer and a kitchen and a table for our colonists. Okay, I have to admit, I've given the wind turbine a bit of an unfair vote, but I'd say that it is working pretty okay. I mean, it's still like taking up a lot of space, but at least it's doing its job on maintaining one cooler and one electric stove turned on. So yeah, we're still gonna make some camp fuel though, just in case of an emergency or when, you know, we will eventually need to get rid of the wind turbine in order to build more on this plot of land. But for now, the wind turbine can stay. For now, it can stay. I've been unfair towards it, actually doing a semi-decent job. Well, another free ostrich meat. Okay, I feel like I am required to take back what I said about the wind turbine. I guess today there really isn't that much wind, so yeah, our cooler is not working anymore. Come on, please spin faster. I need the power, please. Please, just a little bit faster. I think it's time for our colony to get its moral leader, and that will probably be Morrison. She has the highest in terms of social skills, so yeah, she even has kind of the looks to be a sort of a leader for a cult, honestly. Even the name is kind of fitting. Tony stabs Kara as healed, cause Luciferium. There it is, Luciferium is already working its magic. Alright, we have just received a quest. Nestorius, a Dominus the Fallen Empire, wants to perform a low-power test of one of his ship's air attack weapons. A weather control system will force the weather around the red spot to be a fog for 15 days, and the reward is Luciferium. Yeah, we are definitely gonna take that. 15 days of fog in exchange for 14 Luciferium. That's like enough Luciferium to last a pawn for a year and then some. Yeah, I feel like that's just a no-brainer. An Rimworld Urkin named Benz is crashing a transfer pod nearby. Well, let's see what this guy has going on for him. Not much, and nothing too interesting, I'll say. I'm afraid we're just gonna let him die there. Okay, currently we have managed to scrounge up enough Luciferium to last us for another year and a half, I'd say. My math might be a little bit off on that, but kind of around that number, I'd reckon. It seems like we are getting a shaman merchant on their way towards our colony. We usually have pretty cool stuff to our trade. I'm actually curious to see. Alright, I think that what we are going to buy is going to be mostly pemmican, because that is always going to be useful to just have a bit laying around. And I'm actually curious about this dilapidated map. Records a certain location. I haven't played with the Ancient Urban Ruins mod yet. I'm trying it out during this playthrough as well, so I'm curious to see what this is all about. I would assume that since there is more maps and each one of them costs more, I'd assume that the more the map costs, the better the loot it's going to be that you're going to find in that certain location. So let's start with the, you know, the worst one. Let's start with the dilapidated map and see just where that takes us. Hopefully it's worth the 584 silver cost. Alright, so we've read the map and it gave us a quest, construction work site. We discovered the location of an abandoned construction site rumored to hold an entrance to the city's underground system. A group of guards, clad in equipment stolen from an old bunker, are stationed there. They appear oblivious to the fact that they've been discovered. It is not even that far from us. We could just approach this place. Right, the place is really close, and I'd say it has the potential of being both interesting and wielding some good loot. Being a construction site, I assume it might have wood or other similar stuff, and I wouldn't mind getting my hands on them. I'm also just really curious to see what this mod is all about. So yeah, we're just gonna go check it out right now. It's just like 0.1 days distance worth of caravanning, so I reckon it's not gonna take us too long. Oh, maybe I should have taken the bedrolls, but the place is still really close anyway. I don't think the colonists will manage to have time to sleep. Yep, we are kind of already there. Now the map did mention a few guards, so I assume we'll have to be rather carefully here. Okay, this place looks interesting already. Alright. And now the question is, do we enter through the front or through the back? I think we're going to go through the back. Morrison might have a bit of a problem here since she's using an incinerator, so she has the potential of just burning the entire place down. So we're gonna just have her hang out in the back. I can hear noises of doors being opened, so there is definitely someone else around with us. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, can we like try to sneak on that guy? Oh, we most definitely can. No! Okay, yeah, I should have expected that to happen. We're gonna have to deactivate fire at will for Morrison. We're definitely gonna have to deactivate the fire at will. Okay, honestly, I'm surprised that the entire place didn't just start burning down. Can we win this encounter? Apparently not. Tony is not that badly wounded. I'm pretty sure that we have the medicine. Alright, well, Tony gets healed. We might as well check the rest of the place. I see a staircase here. I'm gonna assume that this just takes us to another level, because I did see this mod featuring multiple levels on like the Z coordinate, which is something that sounds actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna check out the rest of the place first, and then we're gonna go down the staircase. Now, blood injector is a new item. Blood stimulant used in combat. It was discovered it does not cause discoloration of the skin, a special concentration dose which improves the ability of muscle to withstand impact damage and to some extent increase movement speed. However, it also can make its users susceptible to fire damage and heightens their metabolism. This place is kind of empty. It doesn't have much. Can these cardboard boxes have anything inside? Can like they have some items inside? Maybe we destroy them? Nope. No, I don't think they do. Oh, this one does though. Okay, this one definitely does. Okay, so it's just some of them that do. What was inside? A steel breach axe. I mean, not that great, but it's something nonetheless. Components, okay. Now we're talking. There's like a couple more of these to open. Just gonna take Tony to have a short nap. This bedroll we just randomly found here. A baking thermometer. What is that? Some thermometers for cooking. Maybe traders could be interested. Market value 450. Okay. Well, the map has already kind of paid for itself already, and we still haven't checked out the rest of this place. Let's check it out. Oh, that is actually cool. So there is like an underground part to this. Block staircase. Entirely inaccessible. So we can't like attack it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have like health. Thought we could like maybe attack it to free it up. There's this ancient armor gate. Armor gates commonly found in some underground military facilities. Okay, can we destroy it? Oh, we definitely can destroy it. So I reckon there is gonna be some good loot here. Maybe we can just, you know, never mind. Yeah, we could just deconstruct it. That'd be much easier. Yeah, that seems to be faster. I do hear doors opening inside, so I'm gonna assume there is even more people around. If too many show up, we can just make a quick retreat towards the staircase. Oh, an independent scavenge trash. Okay, so these are allies, so not everyone is just like an enemy. I'm gonna assume are they gonna turn hostile the moment we approach? And this place doesn't look too bad. This place looks pretty nice, actually. Okay, are they gonna turn hostile if we like take anything from here? Because there is a lot. I see that there is plenty of stuff in here. I'm gonna assume that these guys will turn hostile the moment we start checking around, or like we start taking their medicine and whatnot. Okay, so we deconstructed that gate and just that's it. We can't go there. Assume that this is kind of like a map limit. Are we even like supposed to be able to deconstruct these? Because that seems just very simple. So can we just like pick all of this stuff up? Does that even work? We just reform a caravan? No, we can't apparently. So do we have to like pick all of these manually? Let's like open a sports bag. Let's see if these guys turn hostile the moment we check their stuff. Oh, they didn't. Antibiotics. Common tool used to combat various bacterial diseases. Okay, there's like a lots of new items in this. I thought this was like just a mod to add more environments, just some urban environments, but it seems that it's far more expensive than I thought it would be. Ancient Grizzly Kit. What's that? Consider one of the best first aid kits. It contains all medical supplies one could need in extreme situations. Its packaging is dilapidated, but it seems the medicine can still be used. Okay, so let's just like take all of this stuff, honestly, at this point. Ignore me, I'm just stealing all of your stuff. Okay, Tony is having a mental breakdown and is now in a daze, ravenously hungry and intense pain. I guess, oh right, the pemmican is like forbidden. Because she didn't get fed. Yes, you could have like fed her something. What friend you are. Okay, there is like a bunch of medicine. I don't really get all of these surgical bags and whatnot. I don't really get them. I assume they're like for if you're doing more of a scavenger roleplay focused run, but that is not our case. So I'm just gonna get the medicine and the penoxycyline, and that's probably gonna be enough for us. Let's use DS to get the rest of the stuff. There's a large military supply case. Curious if it's gonna have like weapons or something. Armor concealed rig. Good. Man, this is starting to look like Tarkov. What is this? Did they just like add Escape from Tarkov in Rimworld? I don't get this. Composite assault dress. Alright, sure. I guess we can take that. It's not like we have anything better. Alright, I'd say we have got enough stuff out of this. All of this stuff, pelvic hammocks and surgical bags and survival kits and hemostatic agent, all of this. I feel like this is just too much. I don't really want to bother with all of these. Okay, so our caravan has been detected. We have 3 days left to stay here, and then we need to leave. I'd say that's more than enough, but we're first gonna have to wait for Tony's mental state, her psychotic wandering to just, you know, end, and then we're actually gonna be able to just get away from here. I'd say that the 500 and so silver that we paid for the map was definitely worth it though. Like, just the medicine itself was really, really worth it. This is like, how much is medicine? Like 18, the market value. We found like 25 and like a bunch of other medicine, penoxycyline and whatnot. Yeah, I feel like this was kind of worth it. Or if these are like worth anything, if deconstructed. I don't know, they give no material. Sandbags do give cloth though. Alright, I think that this is gonna be it for the first episode. I don't know how good this went or how... Alright, I think this is gonna be it for the first episode. I don't know how... Alright, I think this is gonna be it for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This is literally my first time making an edited version of Rimworld gameplay to upload on the channel, one that is not, you know, done on a live stream, and where I have to like improvise most of the things that I say, because usually when I make my videos I kind of read stuff off of a script that I pre-prepare. So yeah, that's probably gonna explain why this video has so many weird or awkward commentary moments. It'll probably get better in the future. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment, tell me how this went, if you would like to see me continue this series or do more similar stuff in the future. And I will see you in the next episode of this. Have a good night.